Hi everyone. So today I'll be explaining you the assume mean method for finding the mean of a group frequency distribution. So the formula for finding the assume mean method is this. That is, the mean is your, let me write the formula here. This is your mean is equal to A plus sigma di fi upon n. So what is n? N is the total number of observation, and what is a? A is assumed mean. That is, we assume some central value of the data to be mean and take that to be a. Then we define a new variable di. What is di? This new variable di is your deviation of the observations from this assumed mean. So xi is the observation minus the assumed mean. So this is the new variable. Okay. So the formula is for assumed mean method is this. That is the assumed mean plus sigma di fi upon n. Actually, you see in the direct method in my last video, I have the formula was this. X bar was sigma xi fi upon n. This was the formula where we have multiplied the frequency directly with the observation value. So the name was direct method. But here you see here we are not multiplying the frequency directly with xi but with a different variable di, which is nothing but the deviation from the assumed mean. That's why the name assume mean method. Now I'll show you why this method, this formula will work. So let's see. So you see, let us start from this right hand side. Right hand side is this your a plus sigma di fi upon n. Then what I do, I replace this di by this one. So it is xi minus a. In place of di I have written this into fi by n. Okay. So what is this then? So I can write a plus sigma. Now I'll open it up. Xi into fi. Fi is there. Can you see actually? This is your fi. That is, this di is this one, your di into fi. So okay. So xi into fi, sigma xi into fi by n minus sigma a into fi by n. Okay. So the next step, a plus. Now what is this? By basic definition, by the direct method, this is nothing but the mean. And now here you see a is a constant, so it will come out of the sigma sign. Sigma fi is left, a is taken out, and this n is nothing but sigma fi, as I have told you. So these two getting cancelled. So in the last step, a plus x bar minus a. So these a getting cancelled. We are left with only x bar, and that is your left hand side. Left hand side. So this formula is valid. That's why. So whether you find mean by direct method or assume mean method, the result will be same. Only the method is different. We'll be using different formula with a new variable, this one. And you assume a mean, if it's our central value of the data to be mean. So I've shown you the justification of the formula. Now let us solve a question using this method. And for that I have taken a question from NCERT, exercise 14.1, question number 8. So what was the question? The question is that a class teacher has the following absence record of 40 students of a class for the whole term. That means these are the data. That is, there are already total 40 students. That is, this n, or which is your sigma fi, is given to be 40. Total numbers to 40. And this is the, this data means that is your 11 students are absent for 0 to 6 days, and that is number of days in these days, and for 10 students are absent for 6 to 10 days in this way. So okay, number of days, yes, okay. So you have to find the mean number of days a student was absent. That is the question. So this is a variable and this is a frequency. So we'll find this with the help of assume mean method. And one more thing, why we choose the assume mean method, if you observe, the class size of the classes are not uniform. Here in the first class size is 6, in the next it is 4, then it is also 4, then it is 6, then 8, then 10, then 2. So it is not non-uniform, age is not constant here. So in that case, this method is also suitable, assume mean method is suitable. So let us proceed for this. So in the formula, first of all, I have to find the value of A. So A is nothing but some central value of xi. So for the first thing, I have to find the class mark for this. So the first column that I have to make is xi. Okay, xi. And as I told you, xi is nothing but lower limit plus upper limit by 2. That is the class representative. Okay, so let me first write down this. So 0 plus 6 by 2 is 3. Then 10 plus 16 by 2 is 8. Then 24 by 2 is 12. Then 14 plus 20 is 34. 34 by 2 is 17. Then it is 20 plus 28 is 48 by 2 is 24. And lastly, then this one, it will be 28 plus 38 by 2, it will be 66 by 2, so it will be 33. And this one, it will be 39. So I have made this column of class. Now what to do? After finding the column for class marks xi, I have to choose a value of A, and generally take the central value. So how many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'll take the fourth one. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So this one I take as the assume mean. So I take this to be A. Okay, central value. So after choosing my A, the assume mean, then my next work will be to find the value of di. So di, actually, let me write down the formula below because I need space here. Okay, so formula is this one. X bar is your assume mean plus sigma di fi by n. So next I have to find the di. And what is di? Xi minus A. This will be my di. So 3 is xi, so 3 minus 17. So the first one is 3 minus 17, so it will be minus 14. Next, xi is your 8, 8 minus A is your 17. In this we find out. Okay. Similarly, it will be 12 minus 17, so it is minus 5. And it is 17 minus 17, so it is 0. Then 24 minus 17, then 33 minus 17, then lastly 39 minus 17. So xi minus A, your A is 17. So these values we have to find out, and this will come out to be 760. This is your 7, this is 16, and lastly it will be 22. Yes, 22. So these are the values of di. Now this was your fi, frequency column. So now I have to take this and this, product of di fi. So be very careful which columns to be taken. Di, these values are di and these values are fi. So first one you take 11 into minus 14. Let me write down. Di is your minus 14 into 11. So it will become minus 154. The next step, Di is minus 9 and the corresponding frequency is 10. So it is minus 19. Next one, Di is minus 5 and the corresponding frequency is 7. So it is minus 35. Next it is 0. Whatever is the frequency, the value will be 0. Next 7 is the Di and the corresponding frequency is 4. So 4 7 is 28. Next Di is your 16 and the corresponding frequency is 3. So it is 48. And lastly 22 is the Di and the frequency is 1. So it is 22. So these are the values of DIFI. Now if you observe in assuming method, 50% of the values are negative and 50% are positive. So obviously when I take their sum, the value will be considerably a small value. Unlike in direct method, all were positive. So the sigma XIFI is a very large value. So in this case, if I do, you can first find out the sum of all these negative values, then you find the sum of all the positive values, then you do the subtraction. So generally sum of these will come out to be minus 1, so I think it is minus 279. Yes, minus 279, and if you add all these, it will come out as 98. So the value of this sigma DIFI will be minus 279 plus 98. So it will be negative value minus, answer will be 181. Okay. So this is the value. Now I put the values in this formula. So your A is our 17, assuming 17, and sigma DIFI minus 180, so write minus 181, and N is your 40. So if I do the calculation, it will become 17 minus 181 by 40, it will come out 4.525, 4.525. Okay. So the final answer will be, it will be, if I do the subtraction, answer will be 12.475. 12.475. So, or you can approximate 12.48. So this is the final answer. And what should be the unit? The unit of the variable days, because you have to find the mean number of days. So 12.475 days is the answer. So this is the assuming method. I think the thing is clear. Okay, so in my next class I'll explain the step deviation method, which is a better method than this. And the step deviation method is possible only when these class sizes are uniform or constant. Only then we can use the step deviation method, where the calculation is much simpler. But when in these cases your age or the class size is not constant, we cannot go for step division. We have to do it by assuming method. Okay, so I think this method is clear to you. Okay, that's all for today. Bye.